Hello, and welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome to Skygate, our D&D 5e campaign that takes place in the dwarven city of Skygate and the perilous Underdark beneath. Last time we met, there was some shopping, some gear, some priceless, very valuable information from a very trusted source discovered at the end of the session, as well as some kind of starting of greasing some wheels with some potential business partners for your business expeditions. You have some work with the Rubyfists awaiting you the following morning, as well as a meeting with Beta Bronze Tap, the leader of the Bronze Tap clan, at the Bronze Tap, the biggest, rowdiest tavern in town, that same evening, the next day's evening.
So once again, we're gonna wander into the Bronze Tap, like, covered in blood.
3 of the 6 of you are going to wander in, one missing an arm, and be like, "We'd like to do business with you. I'm sorry for bleeding on the bar top." But yes, that's what happened last time. It's what's happening this time. What are you guys doing? So I guess after the Crimson Fox dashed away heroically, everyone went to bed for the evening.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. That was too much for me. I'm going to bed.
And you make it through a night's sleep unfettered and awaken the next morning.
Or fettered if you're
unmolested.
Or molested.
You wake up molested.
How do you know? How did you
go to
wake
bed fettered? Sorry. Well, skipping and moving on. So we're cutting that joke off right there. Yeah, I'll get up in the morning and make some quiche.
Oh, nice. I do expect you to come up with a different breakfast every single morning.
Yeah. So I guess 3 of you. Oh, I see. Well, how many do I get? So I get proficiency number of treats, and you get proficiency temp hit points.
Could you make pancakes?
But they can eat those later if you
Right.
want. I think they only last for like an hour. So
I have an
temporary hit
8
points.
allergy.
So
Unless it specifies otherwise, I believe temporary hit points go away after an
I
hour.
don't eat
Okay.
gluten.
I'm not certain of that
Then-
ruling, but I think that's what it
Guy
is.
number 4.
eventually, 2 of you are going to get a couple of temporary hit points. But,
What treat do you make as your bring along treat?
let's see. Well, I'm making quiches. So since it's like the same shell, I put fruit in instead of like an egg mixture. So they're like 2 little pies.
Little, what kind of pies?
They're like little wild berry pies. You're lucky they're not mushrooms because I've been doing a lot of mushroom stuff.
Axel, mushroom guy.
Mushroom guy.
He's a
You're
big
not
mushroom.
like mushroom.
Well, you don't
As
get
in,
temporary
I am-
points though.
I am a true dwarf and I hate mushroom.
I'm the only person who understands what you mean. And for that, I respect you. Okay. You guys have some... Well, roll me a wisdom check with proficiency for your
cookie.
utensils.
Where's all of that?
Need a dice. And then wisdom is that number. So plus 4 at an 18 on the cooking check.
18? That's a taste. That is a tasty quiche.
It'd be a tasty quiche.
I don't normally like quiche, but
It is.
I don't even like quiche. That's good quiche.
Yeah.
You would not be in a good shape if you had a good quiche.
Yeah. Oof. But I do like quiche.
Erickson, clear room, Erickson.
Erickson clears bowels, Erickson. But that's another conversation that we don't need to have on camera or ever again. You guys have a beautiful breakfast of quiche, and the world is your dark, cavernous oyster.
Never describe it like that ever again.
You open an oyster and glimpse the abyss.
you open it, it's like, what is going on? What's up with this oyster?
We were supposed to go to the mining folks
Yes.
like first thing in the
Going
morning.
to the
right?
Rubyfists. Yep.
Okay, well we better
Head out.
You
get up on
could-
time and go do that.
You have kind of 2 options. I mean, along the way, somewhat would be slightly out of the way, but not really out of the way. You could stop and get your armor if you'd like on the way.
I would like to do that.
You're not from. I don't remember if you guys made a check last time about the. They do know what the creatures are that are in the cave. That it was Kruthiks. They're not necessarily the kind to like try and suck your brains out, but it certainly wouldn't hurt down it. Or
Not
to brain
necessarily
sucking.
the kind, or not the kind.
they're the kind to suck your everything out,
Right.
brains included, but they're not like they don't have particular
Nice.
affinity for the
They are
brains.
not picky.
Well, then they'll get everything but my brain.
There you go.
So I win.
So can
The
we,
moral
Good
victory.
for
did we already do like an Arcana or a Nature for Kruthiks?
I think you might have looked into it with a book, with your book last
I
time, to
might
like
have
see if there was
read-
valuable
I-
parts.
I-
Like,
yeah,
that
right.
specifically looked at, and it was essentially like they have strong chitinous hides, and like that could be useful for some crafting, but they're not like a particularly valuable creature. As far as like more specifics, I'd absolutely let anyone proficient in nature or with an Underdark background make a nature check to see
I
which.
feel like I
Kruthiks
already,
aren't a particularly strange or niche.
I feel like I
creature in the
already
Underdark.
have
Oh,
made
I-
one of these, but I'll make another one.
They're
You have
very
plus
strict.
3
They're not a.
nature.
They're not a.
You want me to make it?
Yeah,
17
Ooh.
because I rolled well. I have proficiency in nature, but not a lot of skill.
Ah!
Is that a 1?
Yeah.
Crit fail. So the bard, because you have bardic stuff, so you had like a +3. So like, oh, we'll try to roll.
Yeah.
Nat one.
So you're like Kruthiks. I'm pretty sure that the king, that King Ivelius Cragcrown, his wife is a Kruthik. I'm pretty sure. Because at least that's what your boyfriend said when you were talking to him. Because he said that his brother's wife pumps out kids and broods like a Kruthik. So you're pretty sure that they pump out kids and broods. That's what you know.
I know what we're going after. I'm pretty good.
You're going after the queen.
Yeah, we're going after
What was yours? Yours was a
Is there
17?
like a dwarf
Yeah.
monster hybrid?
With a 17, you know that Kruthiks are not like hive mind creatures, but they operate out of hive-like mentalities. They are burrowing creatures. They range in size from like smaller, like baby fresh hatched. Like an egg of one is probably like the size of a human head. So like small dog to like
Large
bigger than a horse that they can range in size of. And with a 17, I'd say you'd also know that they do have like a hive lord queen kind of. It's usually like an alpha sort of thing. And you would know that typically when trying to clear these out in like expeditions, if there's an area you're trying to clear out, killing the hive lord of the like entire hive tends to make the rest of them scatter to try and find a new hive spot. And that there's like a process of them like picking a new alpha and stuff like that. But that usually that's the cleanest way to clear an area. Though the hardest part to get to and kill usually.
Right. Okay.
Burn them out. Or poison. Or just go in there with swords, I guess.
Oh, swords, I guess. Okay. So look for the big one, blow it up. That'll be the easiest. But we'll have to maybe scout ahead and figure out where it is, or lure it out, or however we want.
And with your 17, specifically relevant to you, you would know that these things are kind of Gloomstalker's banes because they can feel vibrations and sense where things are by movement. And so you would know that
If only I could levitate that one.
you would know that the typical usefulness of a Gloomstalker gets a little less useful against these creatures specifically.
Oh, I have something that might help with that.
What?
I can send my Raven Familiar in to scout for us, because he doesn't need to touch the ground, so that could be helpful.
The old raven and gold mine.
Yeah, the old Raven in the gold one.
No, it's the old raven in a platinum mine. Which is why they want this fucking mine back up and running. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're
it's a
losing money.
platinum
That
mine.
because it's got a secret entrance into the Underdark that they don't want anybody
We
to
didn't talk about that one. Why
What
would
are
you
you
even?
talking
Why would you
What are you
even?
talking
Paid
about?
for your
Why?
secrecy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being paid.
Candle, drink some alcohol. Shut up.
You're not you when you're sober.
Bender from Futurama. He gets sober and he starts acting drunk out of it.
You've been up all night not drinking, haven't you?
All right, so I guess we're headed towards the Rubyfists after picking up your helmet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Does it
Going
fill
and picking
up?
it up. So the pauldrons are there, and you kind of reaffix them to your armor, and they've got the like big ring loops on them. And the helmet is very much a dwarf style helmet. It's sized and kind of fitted for your head pretty well.
It's sized for a dwarf.
It's like here on you, and it's way too wide. it's essentially an oversized belly shirt of helmets for you.
The belly shirt of helmets.
The oversized belly shirt of helmets. But it's a very like blocky, like brick style helmet, and it's got tight it's got like a very tight like crenellated sort of like grill guard across the front that you can breathe in and out through, but is like vapors and stuff would go through it, but like it is like very tightly gridded together. And it's got a very like thin visor opening for your eyes to peer through, and it's also got these big loops kind of bracketed in on the side. You don't think it's impossible for something to like it's bolted down, so they couldn't pop it off. Like your neck is still somewhat available, but it's certainly be trickier to pull it off.
Oh yeah.
That being said, though, it will like the process of removing your armor is going to essentially like take twice as long to put on and put off.
Find the key.
Because you have to find the key, unlock it, take one off, unlock, take the other one off. It's like, yeah. So it'll be harder to don and doff your gear, but you will be protected from having your helmet.
If for some reason you were
Something
like,
that's in the helmet.
right, or if you were like wearing if you like had a curse on you where you had to wear your whole set of armor, and for some reason
I've been cursed.
you lost a set of that armor, it would then take you a lot longer to get out of the rest of your armor.
I've been cursed. Yes. Yes, and you already paid him the day before, I believe, so pretty sure. Yeah, sure. So you have your gear, and I assume, are heading off to the Rubyfist mines?
The DM version of if it's not on your character sheet, it didn't happen. It's not in my notes.
You said I paid him, so I paid him.
My notes, remember, just said for you to pick up your armor. Didn't say for you to pay him. So, no.
Pretty sure I did actually pay him.
Arriving back to kind of the central warehouse near all where it branches off to all these mines, you can see up a ways at the mouth of a cave a familiar face of Liftrasa, Rubyfist. Man, who makes all these complicated ass names?
She's just a dwarf. She's not even like a dragonborn or anything.
Well, I mean, Jaxel trait hash funny Axel beam is easy, but Liftrasa? Ridiculous. You can see up there, sitting there, looks like she's chewing on clay as she's usually doing.
She does. Howdy.
Morning.
Morning.
Here to take a look at some...
You must be exterminators.
We certainly know our way around some pests, that's for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
The joke makes itself. Well, appreciate you all coming in. It's this mine opening here. Probably going to be smooth sailing for a little while, but once you get a decent ways in, you'll start to notice the holes.
Fair enough.
I don't know what to tell you to expect from there, apart from Kruthix. I don't know how in the mine they are, how infested it is, and what they have connecting to it. I just know it's got to connect to something deeper.
Fair enough. Well, let's we'll scope it out and see if we can't run them off for you.
Be much appreciated.
All right. Well, I think since these things are kind of tough on our ranger here, I can send in my familiar to see if they can get us some intel and figure out maybe if it's, with our luck, of course, it's going to be that it's like way at the back and we have to chomp our way through all of them anyway.
Probably.
But if we can fast track it, then there we go.
Birdman, send bird.
No. The bird's mine.
Well, I know.
He's
it's just-
Birdman.
You're.
Oh, I'm the birdman, but you're the birdman. It's like
Right.
the hyphen. Like
Right.
He's the bird.
I'm Birdman.
Man,
I'm
yeah.
Birdman,
but
with
you're
no
the
space.
Birdman.
Right.
He is Birdman, you are Birdman.
Right.
This guy's a bird, man.
and this is my bird, man.
Man.
Okay. I'll,
Mr. Birdman, send me a bird.
Oh God, it's
would
catching my eyes.
That would imply that what the Sandman sends you is sand.
Doesn't the Sandman send you sand?
I'm the sand man. I go out there and give them sand.
Well, we don't have. This is not the campaign where we have a bag of sand-made sand. That was a different campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can look through its eyes within 100 feet of it. Correct?
Yes.
I believe that's fine familiar.
Yes.
Well,
technically this isn't fine familiar. This is a different ability. But let me.
Well, you tell me what its limitations.
I
are.
apologize. Let me look that
Yeah,
the
bird
details
like
up. I believe it works the same way as Find Familiar, but I will
Get this guy.
get the correct.
Man.
I don't know what kind of wizard
Mr.
school
Knots,
gives you
Mr.
a
Tying
weird
knots.
familiar. That's strange.
That's pretty strange, but don't worry about it.
Wizards do all sorts of weird stuff.
Wizards are weird, man.
Wizards are weird.
Come on,
Man.
Wikidot. I mean, totally legitimate D&D resource.
Oh, we're gonna
It's
that
100
out.
feet. You can see through itself in 100 feet.
100 feet. Yep, there it is.
It's essentially Find Familiar.
Yes.
It's fine.
Basis.
There's secret tools we're going to use later.
Yeah, so I'll send him.
You also have dark vision while it's on your shoulder.
I do. Which is why I was like, well, I could do a half elf, but that's boring. I can get dark vision anyway. Right.
So, how deep are you guys going? What's your kind of
Really exciting.
plan for moving through here?
So I think that we can start moving in, and I'll just have
We'll never
100
know.
feet out of, like, okay, hole on our left, hole on our right. You know, we can kind of move in that way. And if we can spot the big guy ahead of time, then we'll know whether we want to like hold our position or push or just get that kind of intel.
We
if
gotta
that makes
push
sense.
because we gotta get rid of them.
Right, but it's like if we
If we find a spot
Move.
that we could have like actual tactical advantage here,
right,
let's
or
use it.
or it's like if you move up and you know there's a hole on your left, then you can check that hole and make sure there's nothing in there,
Yeah.
and then so that we don't get flanked from behind, etc.
That sounds like wizard bullshit.
I am a wizard, and I do have some bullshit.
Only wizards check corners.
Only wizards look up and down.
The rest of us push point at
Yeah.
100 miles an hour.
Real adventurers
Rock
rush it.
Jesus, as they say.
Well, yeah, the wizard's on cams trying to give call-outs, and the rest of us are just gonna push point with 3 speed ops and not pay attention to anything along the
Finger
way.
rush, shotgun rush.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in. Yeah. So if that sounds good to everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who's our front line? It's you two?
Your
I
entire.
get I think it's
Everyone else.
I think it's like either the three of us or
Alright,
It's
Frugal,
every single
I
one of
will
you.
take a point.
I think we just explained that the wizard
Same
is
AC,
the bad of us first point.
I guess I'll stand next to
Okay.
the wizard.
I do get to play
I'm
my favorite class,
that-
which is
I'm-
support.
One
And then you'll have the sword bard beside
you
you,
both
to help you
have
get flanked.
two more AC
so
than me, so I'll be like
whoever's in front,
Yeah.
give me a perception check. You can all give me a perception check, I guess. But
That'll
the
be-
person in front is the
that'll be-
person who's
Here,
wearing most relevant.
Costigan, have a snack.
I guess it's
Oh.
Mister. I have one more hit point than
You
you.
get 2 HP.
What is the snack?
It's like you can't eat it with your
I
helmet.
like shove it.
It's like a
You
little
cannot eat this without
like a
taking your
little-
helmet.
okay, I'm gonna.
Aw.
Wait, you said we could all
Alright,
roll
she gets it.
perception?
I
Yeah.
Turn it into
I-
a milkshake or
I
something.
will will eat happily eat.
You'll
a tiny
drown
pot.
yourself
You get
in that
2
helmet
temporary
with
points.
that, all of that
You
milkshake.
could pour out the bottom.
And that's how he drowned.
Do I have to do the whole
In the
snack to
Underdark?
get the benefits?
Yes.
Do I get 2 P?
You would have to remove your helmet to eat this. And get
That is a.
Absolutely.
Do I get 2 PH in everything I do for the day?
No, 2 temporary hit points. So basically, if you're
That's
gonna take
a
damage, you'll
17
take
for the.
those health
T
points
thing.
go
Okay.
first, right? Here, 10.
I'm clearly not in the front. I rolled a 9.
Oh, all of us? Okay. Wait.
Everyone can.
Oh, yeah.
The person in front will just be relevant.
Uh,
Everyone else might be relevant, but not super relevant.
a 20 for me.
20.
So you are taking point.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take point. I'm exactly like 2% tankier than Squirrel.
Okay.
Is 0?
Barely the tankiest.
Yeah.
My perception is a 17.
19.
19, 17? Are you rolling one? You don't
Sure.
have to. No.
13. No, 15.
You guys move through and you start to notice all of you less than 20 who aren't in the front row start to notice little burr holes appearing. Like, I would say roughly,
Small creature sized.
I would say like biggest you're seeing is like 2.5 feet diameter.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
But most are smaller than that. None of them are big enough that like you could comfortably get into them. And there's just like one dotted here, one dotted there, kind of as you're moving through. With a 20, you can very faintly hear some like distant and light, like little chittery claw against stonework. Yours is a 19 at the front.
This reminds me of the bug thing we went through.
17 at the front. You're like, as you start to move into this tunnel, you can tell that like it is not well lit or lit at all up ahead. You pretty quickly start losing visibility, and you can also hear up close that kind of faint chittering up ahead. And you can also see this is starting to like, you guys are kind of steadily moving in a downward slope, and you can very at the edge of like the vision that like the little bit of refractory light behind you is giving you, see what looks like it's starting to open into a wider, more open mouth.
As soon as
Probably 60 feet ahead of where you guys are.
Quietly be like, can anybody put up a light?
And this is without the bird going ahead. This is just now you're starting to notice.
By this point, have I turned invisible to
Not
those widths? Those
I'm
width
going
parts?
to-
You think once you move 60 feet forward from where you are right now, that will take effect.
I'm
You guys are in
going-
dim light right now, but darkness is 60 feet.
I'm going to use
When you
one of my
ask-
cantrips, dancing lights.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast my Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
This.
Yeah. So
I'm going to cast Alarm in the tunnel behind us.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Hold Sword.
And by that I mean I'm going to literally just like set up a little tripwire and a bell because those are the components you need to cast Alarm.
I cast alarm.
It's
I
magic,
cast-
but it's also just
True.
it would work anyway.
I cast Death. But there's
You're
not a
casting
cantrip.
like, with a
Casting
spell
anything
slot casting.
Yeah.
Or you can-
Nope.
I'll
You
cast
cast those as much as you want.
Dark box.
Right. Concentration up to 1 minute. Cool. So you'll have to like recast it essentially every minute and maintain concentration, but it will give you some lights. Essentially, you can like make a little humanoid form that walks with you, and like move that, or you can make multiple little lights that you're like moving each turn to give you guys some light.
I'm gonna make the assumption Jocelyn's gonna want to make like little fairy lights.
Little fairy
I think
lights
that's
floating around.
very your style.
That reaction says yes. So
It's sick.
you gotta go get me a soda now.
Right.
Jeez.
So I can only telepathically communicate with the raven within 100 feet, but I can't. He can go farther from me than 100 feet.
Yes, but I think you can only look through. You can like look through his senses within 100
He
feet.
could go farther.
He'd have to
and
come back and
report
report to you.
Right.
It's gonna be like in Square.
If you trust him to be
when something gets killed and it just pops
like,
up at the
it'll
top of the
be up
screen.
to the
like
familiar to make decisions
your
and like just follow
raptor
your
level,
command.
like
you say what it
whatever,
does, and
was,
it'll
like,
follow
killed
those
by
commands.
whatever. Would be a
If
lot
it
of
doesn't,
that. Just since
that
Just
depends.
tell
You know,
me
like if
why.
you trust
Oh.
that, otherwise you won't know what happens to it if it doesn't come back. If it gets out of that range.
Do I burn a spell slot to help our scouting ability? What do you guys think? I think that.
How many spell slots do you have?
I mean, they're fairly disposable.
Don't we kind of know what we're expecting in there?
Right, but if we can find where the big one is, we might
just
be
need
able
to
to
see it and
make
kill
a
it.
better, like, more informed decision. Because I can make it so my familiar is a lot
see
harder
anything.
to harm.
If the-
If
I think you're just like pussyfooting around on this one.
Informed
Chief.
decisions are for chumps.
okay,
me-
the team wants
Hold on. Let
the
me,
children crave blood.
Let me check something.
The melee
Throw it
attack.
off. Just run in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm definitely pulling out my sword too, my great sword.
Okay.
Like having it ready.
And my axe. And my wand.
Oh, you're reading?
Doesn't reveal the location or numbers.
Of an alarm? Or what?
No, I was checking
I forgot we
primeval
had
awareness because that's the one where you just spend a spell slot to like sense types of creatures nearby. But it doesn't tell you
Yeah.
where they are or how many of them there are, which I feel like are the relevant point. Just tells you there's one in the region.
Which we know of.
Which could be useful, but not exactly in this situation.
You know they're here.
Okay. Then in that case, we'll just do 100
It's-
feet of scouting. And
Okay.
so he'll be down the hall.
So he'll get through and like into that bigger, more open chamber. 60, 40 feet. Looking through his eyes, go ahead and roll me a stealth for your bird.
Okay. Does he get to use my
He has his own.
efficiency?
He does not get any. He just gets whatever a raven has. Statistically. which I
Raven
can
man.
look up.
Raven man. He gets whatever a raven can.
I will say give him advantage on this,
Okay.
just for the sake.
He has +2
Plus
to
two.
Dex.
And no proficiency. So an advantage, but +2.
That's 20 total.
20 total. So he's gonna just off into the shadows.
It's not like every raven I know that goes flap, flap, flap. Like you can hear ravens.
Roll me another perception, because you're looking through it. You're using his senses. So
I
you're
am.
blind to your own senses right now.
I jealously watch the raven fly.
The raven doesn't have any keen eye or anything, does he?
It is +3 to perception.
But I get to use my own perception because mental stats, etc., etc. 9.
9. So flying in, kind of floating around this room, you kind of see it's like
I would've
looking
used its
around
It would have been a 10.
each of the different little there's a couple more of these little burr holes here and there, and it kind of opens out into this larger chamber. You can see there's like a larger mining sort of chamber here, and it kind of floats in and kind of is kind of just treading air, floating here, looking about side to side as you're looking through its perception. You can see ground level, like kind of right in the crease. You can see another one of these, probably like 2.5 foot burr holes, and you can see the tail end of a little kind of skittery leg of something about dog size, kind of skittering into it. It seems to just be moving around. It doesn't notice this bird flying through, just kind of crawling into that chamber. It seems like this cavern or this opening is bigger than 40 feet across, and so you are getting to the extent. Well, I guess it's inside the chamber though, so you can see with its vision through that.
Aha! I can see farther than the 100
You
feet.
can see
Jeez.
farther. It just has to be within the 100
Yeah.
feet. So you can see across to the other end of this kind of larger cavern. You can see that there are a total of 3 holes, one kind of ground level, one into the earth downward, and one at an upward angle that are all closer to 5 feet across. That seem to kind of burrow off and deeper in. You can also see that this has a normal ground level carved passage going to the left.
Interesting. So those 3 big ones would be. Do we know how big the alpha one is?
You would know that the alpha is probably on the bigger than a horse level. That from his previous check, you know that big horse size, about as big as they get. You know that human sized is an adult.
Okay. Yeah, so 5 feet across. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 potential directions that the big one might have headed to.
Right, you take one, and you take one, and you take one, and everybody report back.
Yeah.
And if somebody doesn't-
3 holes.
Well, if we move up to the
Right outside.
mouth of that cave, I can send the raven farther along.
We'll just make a snap judgment on how big the thing that eats it is.
Right. I mean, listen, the raven will be fine. It's okay.
Go ahead and do you tell him? You're
Right,
telling
I'll give
sharing
the-
this. You don't think that if there is a hive lord down here, it could fit one of those 5 foot tunnels. You think it would probably need we're talking one of those is big, bigly horse big. It'd probably be
Bigly horse.
if it was burrowing, it would probably leave a tunnel twice that big.
Could it get through the human-sized tunnel?
The pathway is big enough that could fit through it. You think maybe it could fit through that 5 foot tunnel, but if it was moving, it would burrow itself, and it would leave a bigger tunnel behind. You think?
Fair.
With your previous check.
It's a good conversation. Yeah. Well, let's move up to the mouth of the tunnel, and then I can send the raven down towards the
brother has a book.
brother.
Roll hard to do it, brother.
Princess of wisdom, brother.
Prints out, die. Oh no, dude! But it's all O, like the O is the size of the page.
Honestly,
It's one letter at a time. D O M exclamation point.
the funniest, most ominous thing it could have done would be to have printed some number of character sheets.
It's
All right,
two
we're
character
going
sheets.
to hunt this monster. That just
Two character
just
sheets.
prints out a
It's
couple
like,
character
you're
sheets. It's like, oh no.
You're building character.
The brother has
Brother has
forspoken.
given us
Some of us
a
will die.
fate. So you guys are trying to move up to the opening of the larger cavern here?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you doing so in any particular idiom?
Quietly?
Are you guys trying to move stealthily?
Yes.
We don't.
I'll
try.
We are just
I reckon.
We're not very stealthy.
well, the issue is more the strobe lights.
Oh,
Very,
That
very
big
honest.
chamber is where it would, if you didn't have a light source, it would change from like dim light to
No, we're
darkness.
just going
dark.
exterminators.
Any bug? We can squash him.
All bugs, please
Oh, wait,
present
stop
yourselves
me.
for extermination.
So you're not gonna stealth? You just don't
I
want
don't
it?
want me to stealth.
Yeah, I don't have
I'm
good stealth
falling
either.
over
And I
line.
think, and if I'm correct, I have to roll disadvantage for my
I think
stealth.
three of the 6 of you have disadvantage on this. because-
Disadvantage and a -1.
I'm so
Oh, yeah,
happy
Spurs
that
like
my
bell
replacement
works.
character is
Is
a
also-
I
rogue.
have a +5 to stealth.
Great.
Oh,
Okay. Well, so then let's move fast. We'll ring the dinner bell. We'll just hold that point, and
You'll quickly look around while
yeah,
we're...
and I'll have my ravens set up watching the bigger passage. So if something starts coming down the bigger passage, we'll go. There he is.
So you guys are not moving stealthy, you're just kind of moving up quickly. Are you trying to send your raven right away? And are you
Oh.
viewing through it, or
Yeah, I'll like hold onto someone's shoulder, so don't like run me up to the front lines. Like stay.
I would say, like,
a little
hang with the
farther.
bard.
Yeah.
okay?
So yeah, so I can like see what's farther down that
Okay.
passage.
Since you guys moved quickly, before anything really has a chance here, you'll be able to like take essentially like a turn's worth of your crow flying in and getting a look, and then we'll see how things transpire from there. Give me one more
the fog
advantage
of war gets-
stealth from the crow.
That is a 16.
16. Good. So it kind of, again,
Much.
floats through this, and as you're viewing through its thing, you can see, like, there's these kind of larger tunnels. Roll me another perception.
Hit. Only a 6er.
A 6er. You don't see some things.
He's drunk
This
that
thing
shot.
kind of flies, your crow kind of flies through, turns in, goes down this tunnel. The tunnel goes for probably another 20 feet or so. And this thing has a 50-foot fly speed. I'll say for the sake of this, it could dash if it wanted to. So you'll have like 100 feet of clearance you'll basically get in this turn. And it goes down to that tunnel. It opens into another decent-sized tunnel. And in this tunnel, you can see that it, again, like it opens out. There's multiple areas that have been kind of mined out. There's another man-made or dwarf-made tunnel that seems to continue to descend downward. And then set up in the wall, there's a much larger burr hole in this next cavern down the way. It can get to where it's just in the mouth of that cave opening if you would like it to fly into there. To get a better look of what's going on. From like outside of it, you can't really see anything besides the opening at this angle. It'd have to kind of fly up into the mouth of the cavern to see deeper.
Yeah, I'll risk it for the biscuit. We'll
Okay.
see.
Roll me one last stealth for this
It's just a
section.
bird.
How dare you?
That's what we're talking
That is only it's +2, so 13.
So
Birds are important.
your bird kind of flaps and like lands right on the edge of this cavern and like looks down it, and you can see it kind of goes straight and then kind of curves and like downward descents to where it's out of its eye shot, and it's probably 10 feet across this burrow hole, and you can see. Just in the opening here on the right and upper left, there are 2 more of these like 5-foot burrow holes that are connecting into this larger 10-foot one. And it kind of like glances around, sees those, and it looks at the one up, and it sees like slowly peering out of it about a big man-sized creature that has this kind of. Yeah, let me see if I can. Well, don't look him up because then it'll like
Right.
give you stats.
So stats.
Think of like some sort of lizardy looking sort of thing with like chitinous hide that's got these kind of like weird hairy barbs on the back of it and has 6 barbed like spike legs, and it kind of like slowly peers out, and you can hear like a little like noise as it kind of like looks over, and its like eyes are locked onto this thing, and you can very predator prey mentality.
Flee!
Along with that, those of you who had previous checks, you could hear like distant chittering noises. They seem less distant. As you guys rush into this room, you can hear other like clicking and movement. Scurrying intensifies. Exactly. And with that, I am going to have everyone roll initiative at the opening of this cave. You don't see anything arriving yet.
I will also roll initiative for my bird, since that might be relevant.
Yes. Does it have its own initiative?
It does, according to that. So, me, nat 20. Bird, not nat 20.
20 plus. Anyone 20 and
22.
above. 22 for you.
I am
Initiative.
the.
Yes.
I am at
Plus
a 14.
Just wait till I get to the range. I was waiting for her to roll. Not above 20.
Don't worry, I did worse.
Yay.
You're not last.
Axel is first. 15 to 20.
19.
19. No one else?
18.
18. Nice.
Let's get ready to rumble.
10 to 15.
14.
And yours was
10.
10? Alright. Does that mean just your...
And a bird.
What's the bird?
7.
7 and...
5.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Born
no.
and Theo are...
Yo,
All
his
right.
name is
Fresh
Hunan,
house.
if that matters. It will.
His name is what?
Hunan.
Human.
It'd be a
Okay.
plot twist or something.
He's in it as bored. So, to start off, chittering intensifies. You are still currently in the perception of your raven. You can choose to end that if you want. Your raven will have its turn. You can
Nah,
just
he doesn't want to see what happens.
yeah, I'll give it the mental order to retreat.
to run away. Okay.
And then I will go back to my own perception. Let's see. Ooh, that could be a handy one. I will ready
Wait, come
an action to Eldritch Blade. Fire bolt.
You don't see any.
Right when I see
You're
something,
holding.
I'll hold
When you
mine.
see one, casting Eldritch Blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, totally not an Eldritch Blade. Nothing to worry about here.
Campbell.
Well, once again, first round of combat, I can't actually use my cool first turn of combat.
I promise I'm not
ability.
purposefully countering anyone's abilities.
Two out of 2.
That is a lie.
I will also just ready an action to shoot a lizard bug thing with a crossbow.
Okay. Durmir. Darmir.
Attack. You could probably move.
Wait, you have to do it worse than that. Copyright.
I don't think that will trigger copyright.
Hopefully that
My dance and
I'm trying to
Yeah, we're always surrounded by very few
Just
fairy
gonna
lights.
remember How far
Just
is the
remember that
distance
to
of
maintain this light is concentration. So any spell that has concentration, you will lose the lights to cast it.
Oh, you're gonna get hit, so that would be in the dark.
Also, if you get hit, there's a chance you'll lose. You'll have to make saves.
I'm gonna
What you cast?
Nick lose it.
What you trying to cast?
I will, do I want to do guidance or do I want to do heroism?
Guidance is only going to be for ability checks, which doesn't come up a whole lot in combat unless you're like trying to grapple people or something like that. So heroism is a spell slot, but it would be probably more effective in combat potentially because that gives like some temp HP and immunity to fear or something like that. I think.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna do heroism on whoever's
I'm like, why is this important?
It could be you're kind of near the front, so you could essentially, without moving back at all, do that to anyone besides Lala or Axel. So you could move back and hit one of the two of them, or you could do it to any of the other 3.
Who's next in initiative?
Oh, who's next in initiative? Not next to you.
Yeah.
The Bogues are next. But after that,
Heroism for them.
the next would be Zaraxis.
Okay, Zaraxis. You get
5 10.
Go and get them, bugs.
you get heroism. I will figure out what that is exactly.
Okay.
You do a heroism.
Yeah.
You're immune to being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of your turns.
Oh, nice.
It is a concentration. But so, what's your wisdom modifier?
Opened right to it.
2. So you get 2 temporary hit points. You already have temporary hit points from Armor Agathis, though, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't add. It would. You keep whichever ones are bigger. You might want to cast on somebody else because he already has a spell giving him temporary hit points.
Who doesn't have temporary hit points?
Vagar.
Vagar doesn't.
You get.
So you get 2 temporary hit points, and then at the start of each of your turns, you'll get 2 temporary hit points. Or at the start of each of his turns? At the start of each of its turns, you'll get 2 temporary hit points.
I'm an it
You are.
to you.
Yes.
Human scum.
Fair enough. It is the Boog's turn.
The Boogs.
So a couple things are going to happen. In front of you, as you kind of enter into this place with light and noise, not trying to be sneaky, the chittering intensifies. You can see crawling down up from that kind of upper cavern, like leaning down, a larger one of these things. Kind of comes chittering and like climbing along the wall down onto the ground. Those of you with ready to actions, this is the first one that shows itself if you'd like to use them.
Die, bugs! That is a... How do I get? +5? So that is a 14 to hit.
It blasts against its chitinous hide, but does not seem to hurt.
Die, bugs, he yells, blasting it with magic and nothing happens.
Why won't you die?
A crit fail instead.
Mm.
Candle's luck is terrible.
You pop up this crossbow and it kind of goes, it kind of ricochets off a rock, ricochets off another rock, comes back pretty harmlessly at Lala, but chitters towards your feet and shocks you for a second. Make a Constitution save to keep concentration on your spell. He did it, not me.
No, I'm on.
Okay. We're fighting in the dark.
Never mind.
So a con save will be a 5.
A 5. It goes dark.
Yeah.
As this chitters, you kind of stumble back, shocked, and the lights cut out.
Thank God I have dark vision.
Where did Candle go?
Exactly.
And Candle vanishes. Even those of you with dark vision, Candle vanishes.
At least you're in your element.
Aha.
No, they can still see him.
Yeah.
And this thing comes
Yeah.
chittering up. I believe you are 2% tanker and everybody else here at the front. And it is going to chitter up to you.
I
and-
calculated wrong. I'm actually 4% to you.
Well, yeah, but now I added you that extra
Oh.
2 points. So now you get
whatever it is, you're getting attacked twice. The first one is a 19.
You are also blind.
Does 19 hit you?
If it meets, it hits.
If it meets it, no.
That's why dancing lights is super good.
That will be 8 damage.
That's why we picked
And is going to make a second stab at you, which is a 16.
That did
So
not.
that one will miss, I assume. After that, there is a total of 3 smaller ones that come chittering out of this hole, the like kind of dog-sized ones, and then kind of chittering up. One will get up at. Which one will be left out of this?
Am I allowed to stand perfectly still?
They all know you were there already from the chittering, and it is the 3 of you will each get attacked by one of these smaller ones. Smaller one chittering up, and it's worth saying that. Well, actually, they should do it differently. Sorry.
Frontline
Who's going
things.
to be ignored from?
Dying.
Don't worry. You apparently did stand still. So it's going to be the dwarf and the human. 2 are each going to skitter up to you and attack. And they seem to be kind of like pack hunting you. Like one kind of skitters up and the other skitters around to the other side to try and get an advantageous attack. And so 2 advantage attacks are going to come at each of you, 1 from each of these.
Clever girl.
The one that's sorry. There's 3 that chittered up. 1 is attacking you. 2 are attacking the dwarf. The one that attacks you only gets 13. There's 2 more that skid around and are going to be up against you. It had advantage because it's getting pack tactics from the big one that attacked Theogard. So Dermir, the first one attacking you is a 16.
Nope.
And the second is a 21. So this little skittering up and swipes a claw at you, and that's going to be a respectable 7 damage. Damn. That's a
Did
lot.
they ever?
Max damage.
Did they ever take pack tactics away from the kobold?
They did not.
Optional? Because that would be fun to play.
And you sense your alarm go off.
Or come down to tunnels behind us, boss.
And with that, other skittering and stuff goes on, but that's only attacks me this round. And after them is Rexus.
Okay, how far are they in front of me?
One of them, they're all like within 10 feet of you.
Okay, so I can see them with dark vision.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There's 1 big one and 3 little ones you can see. He did just say there's some coming up from behind you. You'd have to turn around to see those.
I'm going to attack
Otherwise, all this can't
one of
see.
the big one.
Okay.
But I'm also going to cast Divine Smite when I do it.
Okay.
Or I don't.
When you hit, you can choose to use it.
Okay.
If you, excuse me.
If I hit.
It won't work if they're aggressive.
And I have my greatsword out. For
Yes.
So
Plus, you also have to touch.
Make an attack roll.
that's a 16.
It's fine.
As you swing down with the sword, it clats against his hide and skids across it and does not penetrate.
Damn.
16 does not get through the AC.
Tough voice.
These things seem to be like now seeing them close, like they're covered in this chitinous hide, and they seem pretty hardy.
Don't worry, boys. I can turn the tide of battle. Just you wait.
You doing anything with your bonus action, or are you moving any more apart from moving up towards these?
I'll move.
You can't move away without an opportunity attack from this big one.
Yeah, I'm thinking here. Nah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Lala.
I'm going to try to recast Dancing Light.
You can just do it. It happens.
Ah.
It happens.
Absolutely.
No savings.
Go ahead and roll me a perception, too.
Here. Plus zero.
No,
I can see.
I can
I can sing.
I can't
We're
see.
dying in a cave.
No, there's put up 4. You should put up 4 of them. They each have a 10 foot
Later.
radius of dim light, so it's like.
Later.
That spreads them out.
Thank God I can see.
11.
Candle.
You hear Candle say, "More come behind us, boss," and you hear it coming from behind you.
I like the idea that like we rush in here to fight, the lights go out, the lights come back on, and we're surrounded by foes.
That's your perception of this, essentially.
Yeah.
One of these kind of sticks its head out. Candle shoots. It goes ting, ping, ping. Everything goes dark. It goes light. There's 4. You've been stabbed once. There's like 4 in front of you, and you hear skittering behind you. Are you moving at all, or doing any bonus action stuff? You cast Dancing Lights.
Let's see.
Oh.
You could Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action if you want, or you could move somewhere.
I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration on my fellow companion over here. Just be like, boop.
How do you inspire Theogar? What do you say / do to inspire?
I'm gonna juggle.
You summon these spheres of light,
Lights go
juggle
out.
them.
Lights come back, and I just.
Well, no, the lights come back
I'm
with
inspired.
her juggling them and then throwing them into the sky as they highlight the room around you.
I forgot I could juggle.
Yeah.
That's goddamn inspiring.
God damn it, I'm gonna fight harder for you.
What do I get for that? I don't know.
You got
And
the Bardic Inspiration die. To
The old
add
board.
to
Oh wait, no, I forgot to roll the attack on your bird.
attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks, I believe.
What is the Raven's stats? I forgot the one. That was in the
Very,
cave
very
with
not
it.
a lot.
AC at 12, huh? Alright.
There's
1
a
hit
chance.
point. You lose connection to your Raven.
I have a 24-hour advantage on the thing that killed it.
You do?
I do.
Okay. Your Raven blinks from existence. You're like, there's a Kutik deeper here that's going to get it.
It gets a curse on it. And I'm like, that one. Right there.
Fucking die.
Awesome. So the board I will take out of the initiative. Theogar, you up?
I would like to attack the big one near me.
Okay.
And I will use my Bardic Inspiration on the attack roll.
Yeah.
Come on, do that.
Attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. I believe.
Whoa. 10. Crit fail plus 5 from the Bardic Inspiration.
Crit fail 10. It's just a bad miss. You swing wild. You already wasted the Bardic Inspiration on it. That's punishment enough. It's you swing and it scatters. What kind of
Rough
I
combat
used
for
it.
us here, boys.
Good start. Good start. Back to the top with you, Axel.
Alright, the thing that I was gonna do doesn't work because humanoid is a keyword in this setting and it's annoying. So I had to rethink my whole spiel.
Oh, I get 2 temporary points.
I will.
Yes, that's start your turn. You get 2 temporary.
Can I see anything behind me?
You turn around and you can see 3 more of those little ones skittering up behind you. They seem to have crawled out of those holes.
Okay, I will cast Shatter on them.
Okay. What's the save on that?
Con save, I believe. Let me double check real quick. Sorry.
Sure, let's just burn all of our stuff like shatter before we fight the big.
I have 3 oogly booglies coming up on my behind here.
Look, I know I just roll stupid on saves all the time. It's con.
Con.
13, 20, and 21. They had a +1.
They all make it. The bastards. Okay,
Wait,
so
13 beats your spell save?
I have spell save DCs of 13. Yeah.
Well, yeah, me too beats it. So
Yeah.
they all three take half.
So they'll
It's
take
still
half of
of
3d8.
3d8.
3d8 on the little ones, which aren't that hardy.
Remember that time I blew up that assassin who was hiding in the tree with Shadow?
It's one of those things. I had no idea how strong these things are. I just know the back line is about to have 3 nibblers on them, and I want to not have that.
You'd rather have 0 than
0 nibblers? Especially because they all get advantage on my wizard ass. I need one more d8. There's the d8. Sorry. Nope, that's d10. That's d8.
Kind of a weird question. We didn't start this like basic level. We got a couple levels on this, right?
Yeah, we started at level.
12.
Yeah, you start at 3rd level, not 1st level.
Okay, so I've been calculating Armor of Agathis strong because it's only been plus.
No, that's spell slot level.
Apparently been ordered spell
Spell slot level is different than your character level.
Oh.
It's a 1st level spell slot, so it's 5 temporary hit points.
Ah, okay.
It's not by your character level.
I was like, damn.
Otherwise, you would just be, that'd be insanely powerful.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm a top level character, I'm gonna just cast this 1st level spell and get 100 temporary hit points, and if anyone hits me, they take 100 damage. Is it?
It'll be 6 after.
6 after half? Okay, so they do all 3 survive, but they all 3 look bad off.
Tits.
Yeah, I mean, they're
All
all
3 take the same amount, and it's a lot, but not enough.
at this point. They're kind of limping, so I mean, this gives you a little bit of an advantage.
Candle.
Well, since you burned a resource on those guys, I don't feel like burning an expensive resource on those guys, so I'm just going to shoot at the big one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Well, I'm hitting the
Well,
flankers.
the big one, at this point, is kind of clustered up with your allies. If you want to make a ranged attack on the big one, I'm going to say it will get partial cover. Because you got
Okay.
2 allies between you. You can move up and attack with
I'll
melee.
move up and attack.
You can get up and next to it that way.
melee ranger.
It will do slightly more damage because
I'll need your help with the
can't do a
with
wield,
mine.
yes.
I'm gonna cast something
21 to
help.
hit.
21
Stuff.
absolutely hits.
Doesn't hit. What?
This thing's
There are things in this game where it's like
25. Nope.
25 to hit. Sorry.
That's what I'm gonna do. Secondary.
Just
It's
missed.
an ancient dragon. Deal with it.
That is a mere 5 damage.
A mere 5 damage. It takes 5 damage.
Cool.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay. 5 damage to the big one. After Candle, it is Dermir. You got 2 of these little things up in your business.
Almost squashed that bug with my hands.
Squash that bug. Squash that bug.
Like a shoot off.
Roll it.
It's attack is plus strength, right?
Strength and proficiency for you. So, yeah.
Strength plus 2.
4 plus 1.
21?
One
Absolutely
on
hits. One of these little bugs.
And then that plus strength.
5?
Oh, plus strength?
Plus strength.
Plus strength.
7.
7. A mighty hit. It is still up, but very injured as you
Am I?
Strong as an
What's
ant
your
if it
Jerry? What's your
was
strength score?
It's 16. So
Oh,
plus
so
three.
we're tied for the strongest ones in the party. Nice.
That's a strong bird. Are you moving at all? Or are you staying put?
They'll get an attack opportunity to me going back.
Yes. Unless you got shenanigans. You staying? Okay. Let's see here. You guys you have turned around, you see these 3 kind of cheering, but and like some of the rocks and stuff kind of cave in and crash around this cave as they're skittering towards you. And then one of them kind of as it runs towards you. And I mean, you don't speak Kruthic, but you're pretty sure it said that one get him as all 3 of them jump on you. They seem to be coordinating to try and swarm you specifically.
Welcome to the worst scene in the movie of King Kong. It's true. 2005.
The first one is a 13.
Miss.
The second is a 17 to hit. That will be for 5 damage. You're not concentrating on any spells right now.
Not.
And the last one, critical hit.
Ouch.
Their attack is kind of shit.
No.
I wouldn't sweat it. 8 damage
8 damage. Okay.
on the crit.
Oh, I thought you like.
I am
broke yourself.
officially bloodied.
All right.
No, metaphorical ouch.
These 3, you see these 3 things, like one kind of jumps and clambers onto his shoulder, and the others are like biting at his heels and legs. They seem to be swarming all over, trying to gnaw on this man's. The two little ones that are up in Dermir's business are going to both make an attack. 19.
Ties.
Ties meets and beats it. That's 4 damage, but you do have to make a con save to keep up heroism. The other one's a 13, so I think that'll miss you.
Plus 2. You gotta be
Con save.
You gotta be at least 10.
17.
17. So you do not lose heroism. Then a little one is going to go for Theogar, which is bad. 9 to hit.
No.
The big one will then make its 2 on Theogar. And that will be... that's better. 21 and 11. So just 1 hit.
I'm gonna use my protective field, so.
Okay, so you'll reduce the damage on this using a psionic die.
So you roll.
It's going to be 7 damage before reductions.
-6.
Alright, 1 damage.
I lose 1 temporary hit point.
You get 2 back on your turn.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
go up 2.
Thank you.
They don't add,
Huh?
They don't add. I get
They don't
up
add.
2.
Whatever the bigger one is the one you keep or
Yeah.
replace with. And from the hole that comes up out of the ground, one more of these bigger ones, claw, kind of clambers up over out of it, like looking side to side.
Oh, sorry.
And
-7.
it's you can see it kind of like shrink up like this, and it kind of like jolts forward, and a barb shoots off its back, and it's gonna fly at you.
Ah.
It does not have advantage because it doesn't have a buddy. Or wait, no, you moved up to the big one, so it does have pack tactics on you. And its spike attack is going to be a 23
That'll hit.
for 5 damage.
I want that dice that Erickson's using. Damn.
There's 2 of them. They all have advantage on these because of pack.
And the thing is,
So-
Jerry, the DMs died. They just never roll well for players.
It's true, it's the curse.
The DM's die is sitting over here. I'm using my normal dice too. I
They're
did.
DMs dice.
I did have to use the DM's die when I rolled the 3 saves, and it was the one that crit. So take that as you will. That is the end of the boogs.
They stab it pretty good.
Buggy bugs.
So
It's a buggy bug world out
so
there.
now it's me.
Now it's you.
Get
Alright,
him.
I'm gonna take another swing at the big one down there.
Demon boy, get him.
Got another 15.
15 does not get through the big one's AC. Damn. These things got pretty thick hides. Roll better. Lala.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna
Get these things off
I'm
of
gonna
me.
try to get these things off. What would be the best way to try to go at getting all
You
these?
can
They're all 3 very hurt, but like any AoE you use against them will also hit your friend.
You
My recommendation: breath weapon. Absolutely should incinerate all 3 of these bugs.
And me. No, you just hit him with your sword stroke.
No, I'm
Kill the
gonna
bug.
get this guy. And
These things only got a couple hit points left. I mean,
You kill the bugs.
pretty likely.
So does
That's
this
a
guy.
3 for. I mean, we go up. We go down 1.
That's a 3
Oh, we
that's a
both
3 for 1.
kills.
That's a good trade.
You
It's a
have
great trade. Yeah.
Let me see.
Overall,
good
overall
part of
arcade.
the
scimitar.
I mean,
Advantage
party
is getting a
member.
free
Are you
Overall,
dual your
our-
scimitars?
Yes.
Oh.
Overall,
So he
arcade
can make
is
2
still
attacks.
really,
Okay.
really.
So you can do your main hand and your offhand.
Yeah.
Don't you have the
It's like
2
a
weapon
dope
fighting
disparity.
style?
I do. And then I could precise strike 2 times a day.
There you go. Okay, so you can
Probably
attack.
wouldn't recommend using your fancy flourish on these things because it adds damage, I believe, and these things are very weak right now. But you can totally make your scimitar attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my scimitar takes.
So
Simi
make
tapes.
a main hand. So roll 1. We'll add 5. So
10.
a tenor.
Tenor does not hit those.
Okay, and roll your offhand. Ha.
They're not as
That's
hardy as
a
the big ones.
19.
19 definitely.
Okay, and then you roll a d6 plus 3.
Please.
9.
All right. So the one that's kind of clambering up on his back, you slash across his. He falls off dead onto the ground.
Good job.
There are still 2 up, but one
Need
one
to
is
be
dead.
dramatic.
Yeah, it does that. Let's go for an Oscar.
Why does this lizard bug thing have so much personality?
It has more personality than half the characters. What?
That's a 30-second.
I want to see his story.
It's over.
Tell my Hive Lord I love him. So that is Lala. Theogar.
Yeah.
I thought I would.
Unless you're one, well, you already bonus action offhand. Unless you wanted to move away and give these things an attack of opportunity, which I don't think you did.
Would you like to take free damage?
Would you like me to hit you for free?
Naira.
Huh?
I stay at 2 temporary points. Presenting my math wrong. I actually completely negated the damage.
Nice.
I'm going to take a swing at the big one.
Okay.
Sweet.
That was close. 23.
23 hits.
I am going to use another psionic die.
Psionic strike.
Psionic strike. So it's D8 plus D6 plus 7. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Max damage?
Not
Pretty
quite.
damn close.
20. What a hit. It is still up, but it's definitely bloodied after that.
Well, how do you? What does it look like? You
Yeah,
freaking
what is
knock
psionic
clean its
strike?
clock.
Well, sonic strike is just him like using the force to make his sword go like unnaturally fast. I could actually.
Space wizard bullshit.
I might as well
Except
use
it's
it.
on Earth bullshit.
Yeah, you won't need that thing.
On Earth,
What am I
normal
saving?
wizard bullshit.
On
Get rid of
Earth,
this.
wizard
I
bullshit.
can't think of anything scarier than this game.
There can't be anything scarier than this thing right
Except for the thing we're here to kill.
Especially when you roll this 7 you're about to roll.
I'm gonna swing at him again.
17 you're about to
21.
21 hits.
Alright, you bastard. Take that.
That was it.
11 damage.
11. Still alive, but he's barely breathing.
Jesus
These
Christ!
are tough. I guess it's only one.
This doesn't bode well.
Yeah, there's 2 of these bigger ones. The other one that's kind of crawled up out the hole, but the rest are little guys. A fine hit. After that, it's back to the top with Axel. You got 2 of these little bugs trying to eat you. What you doing, boy?
I'm going to shillelagh one of them.
Okay, swing it.
If you crit fail, you'll shillelagh yourself.
Exactly.
Cover it.
That's a 13.
13 does not hit.
Oh, a whiff. A not good whiff.
The candle.
I'll swing it a bit.
Okay, roll it.
Because we're probably not gonna have a chance to miss.
21.
21 hits. Dice are turning around for you folks.
12 damage.
Slash it down. The big one up front dies.
There you go.
Nice.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'd love to give you some range damage, but these
I started
fuckers.
I'm
doing
pretty
this
sure
way
that's
too much.
all I got.
Such a habit.
Okay.
Got it.
Dermot.
Anytime something like good happens.
Squash that book.
Squash that bug. Squash that bug.
At least it's not like the last game of Fiasco we
That'd
played,
be
where you
20.
were literally
20.
looking up.
20 hits.
This is like old school now.
5.
Squashed that bug. Squash that bug. Squash that bug. That little guy is done for. There's only one little one up on your business now.
It means he doesn't have advantage anymore.
And it is now their turn. Little one up in your business is going to try and skitter up on you. That's an 11. Nope. Not even. I gave it the wrong modifier. That's a 9. Right? No, it wasn't 11. I gave it the right modifier. Either way, the 2 little ones left up in your business are going to try and get you. That is a 18
That hits.
for 6.
Ouch.
And that's only 11 on the
Miss.
Single
Single digits.
And the little
got a
one
parakeet in
up
there
in
for you.
Theogar's business is going to make a regular non-advantage strike because it doesn't have a buddy anymore. That's a crit.
Sometimes it writes itself.
Sometimes it dooby do. That's 9 damage on that
For who?
for Theogar.
I guess I'll take all of it for now. Rest of my dice.
And the bigger one is going to, seeing its younglings squashed like a bug, is going to shoot a barb at
Barbarian?
Theogar. Not Theogar.
Just throws a legit barbarian.
But that is a laughable 9. And then he's going to shoot a second barb at Theogar.
Man, maybe not like you two.
It's
Rolled much better against Theogar. That is a 21.
Hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
that's why you play a party full of
Roll
barbarians.
max damage on the barb.
Play,
7
goblin
damage.
barbarian and a regular
from the
barbarian, so then
That's
the
why you
regular
got them
barbarian
taking
can
points.
throw the goblin barbarian.
barb.
That's like that
And
Mortal
yeah,
Kombat
like-
character with the like
That
child on
is
his
the end of
back.
their turn.
I think we
So,
also
Zrax.
Did you take
Trying to think here.
Did I take healing? That would have been smart.
Um,
I did not.
How close am I to the small one that's attacking Theagar? Fairly close?
You could get next to it with like a 5-foot step.
Okay.
You're fine.
Essentially stepping into the space of the big one that just died.
Long-term healing. It was
To
just
attack the little one attacking Theagar, you'd just have to do that.
Or you could charge bravely across the room, heroically, by yourself, towards the other big one.
Could do, you would get one attack of opportunity from a little one if you run past without disengaging, because you guys are kind of in a bottleneck.
You're trying to create a bottleneck.
I'm going to.
Which you have. It's very
I'm going
funneled in the middle,
to
where
cast.
the front line can't get to you.
Kind of staying where I'm at for now. I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at the one that's.
The bigger one?
Or
The one that's.
is that 60 feet from it?
It's less than 60 feet from you.
Yeah, I'm going to
The big guy. Okay. Is that an attack roll or what's
it's an attack roll, and if I hit, it's a 1d10 damage or 1d8 damage of cold,
Okay.
and its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of its next turn,
Okay.
or until the start of my next turn. Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah, if it was the start of its next turn, then
Yeah,
So
but
20.
20 hits. D8 of throw.
That is. Well, that was a 5.
It's just fine.
Okay, so 5. Or actually, is it 5 plus spell attack bonus on that?
No.
Okay, then it's just 5.
For most cantrips, it's just a flat die roll. What you get to deal damage.
Okay.
It takes some frost and it is slowed. Lala,
Right?
your turn.
Oh!
Help me!
You put the stuffing in the wrong place when you
You guys slash him?
Yeah. Look, slash the bow.
Slash the bow.
Slash that bug.
Slash that.
6.
14.
14.
14.
That one's much better. That's a 20 total.
20 hits. Roll damage.
That. 4 damage rate.
That's enough. These little things got hit by shatter. You kill another little bug. There's just one up on his feet now.
And I swing it with grace.
And it dies dramatically.
These little fakers. You're gonna come over here and like, Axel, why are you smashing these things with your staff over and over again? I gotta make sure they're really dead. They're being way too dramatic.
Freaking for sure.
Large.
That's Lala Thegar.
One big one left?
One big one left, one little one close to you. The big one's at like the mouth of one of those caves.
And he's
Isn't
currently
he
got like frost
two
coming
more
off
big
his
ones?
body.
Yes.
Slowly.
Or at least one more, probably 2 more, and the big one.
I will use a bonus action.
Big,
Second
big
wind.
Okay.
Well, could one of these, could the big one that popped up in that tunnel over there be the big one who killed your raven?
I would know. Is the
And
big
then-
one that's
The big one that killed your raven did come out of one of the 5-foot wide tunnels.
right?
I will.
That's not the one that's shooting barbs.
You don't know. They don't you don't necessarily know if those tunnels connected.
No. Magically, I know.
Oh,
That's
which
right.
one
It's
like,
like got
has
a-
your curse
It's got like a hunter's
on-
mark on it. Yeah.
I see. It is the one that killed your
Oh.
raven.
Ha!
That's good news.
It seems like those tunnels maybe connect to each other in some
When I
way.
get these little fuckers off of me, you're done for.
I'm gonna cut this little one.
Okay,
20.
20 hit.
Time to die, little bug.
9 damage.
Perfect amount. Squash that bug. Squash that bug.
Squash that bug.
You squash that bug.
Yeah.
All right. Is that then your turn?
I'll use my movement to go ahead and
Close the distance with the big one. Okay.
Bold move.
There's a little bolt.
He's closing with speed.
He's
He squashed the bug. Squashed the bug. Squashed the bug in its time of need. Give me a perception check.
There's a hole right in front of you.
17.
17. As you rush up to this one, you know that it's kind of got this kind of upper shoulder area that's got this gout of frost that's jabbed into it, and it kind of seems like that joint of the leg is a little messed up. This thing also clearly has signs of it's one of its back legs you can see there is like folded in and crushed on itself, and like that whole back hip looks like it's like smashed and hurt that you didn't see happen to it. It seems to be moving kind of slower already on its own.
Interesting.
Or the big one angry.
Big one's angry.
Or mind collapse.
Or other monster predation.
Right.
Axel.
That was how I had earlier. Why don't we just release the natural predator of these things? I was like, wait. The natural predator of a horrifying monster.
This
is another
horrifying
No,
monster.
it turns
You know
out
that Umber Hulks like these things. The smaller ones at least.
That's pretty funny. Well, then you get the whole, like, I have a bunch of flies, so I got a bunch of frogs. But then I got a bunch of snakes, eat all the frogs. And then I got a bunch of snakes, so I gotta get a bunch of... Gosh, shit.
I get a bunch of mongooses, and now I've got a mongoose problem, so I bought a bunch of foxes, and then...
So anyway, I released 100 T-Rexes on the bike. And it's really not going well.
As you're sitting there, like, the city's on fire by you. Basically, that's what happened.
And that's why
What'd
we
you
have
do,
to
Axel?
leave Earth.
Oh, sorry. Shillelagh.
Okay, swing at that last bug.
Last
Squash
bug.
that bug.
Not this time. It's only on 11.
11 does not squash that bug.
I'm just
Staying
being
put.
real effective here.
The
yeah,
shadow
that-
worked good. Campbell.
I will
That is true. Effectively, what?
run.
18 damage?
I will follow Theodore across the room and
Okay.
hit him with Cure Wounds.
Alright.
You're our second. I was like, somebody else has Cure Wounds. Which one are you?
I have lay on hands.
So you two are both up near the big one now. Are you getting next to it or staying with him in between you and the big one?
I'll stay with.
Right behind me.
I'll stay next to him.
You can be next to him next to the bug or next to him with him in between you and the bug.
Next to him, next to the bug.
Okay.
I'll split aggro. I'm not gonna get in front of him.
Yeah, you couldn't really
Get down, Mr.
squeeze
President.
him.
I'm not gonna get down, Mr. President. Him.
yeah.
After
I-
Cure Wounds, I used sort of reaction to disengage right back.
They exist.
That's
See ya, nerd.
6 hit points.
Nice.
Well, that's got me most of the way full.
Good work. That's Candle Dermier.
So
I forgot my 10.
you got one more bug
I
on
still
you?
got that one bug on me, or somebody kill that?
You still have one little bug on you that has been
Squash that.
not squashed.
Squash that bug. Squash that bug. Squash
I
that
feel
bug.
like there should be some kind of like damage modifier for like a heavy hammer bludgeoning damage on these things.
That'd be 10.
Bong. Nope. Ting.
Our plans
And with that, it's the Boog's turn. So, there is one that is going to make a normal attack against you because it has no friends. Still rolled a 19, so that's 24 because my dice. For 6 damage and a con save for your heroism. The little one at the base of Axel is going to make a little cheery bite at you. That is a 15.
Miss.
Alright.
Oh no.
Tie.
no more.
So
Beats it,
beats
beats
it,
it.
beats
No
it.
more heroism.
Oh, I'm not heroic
4
anymore.
damage.
I am down to a single hair.
If
That's a
anybody's,
single hair.
if somebody's got a little bit of healing,
I probably could have healed you
Gonna
there, but
need
I
a
wanted to
little
squash that bug.
The big bug is going
You're
to
in a battle
make-
rage.
Also, like, there is a sense of
But now I'm gonna have to use Cure
the
Wounds
target,
themselves.
so they like are more likely to put themselves.
Big
in
bug
danger.
is attacking you.
Good.
The first swing is a 17.
Nope.
The second swing is an 18.
Nope.
Alright.
Both go right off my shield.
Alright.
Both of those would have hit me.
And this thing, it seems like this one is less aggressive than the others. Maybe because of the wound. It seems to be kind of like lurching and then like going back and then like lurching at you again and trying to skitter, and you're just keeping your shield up and
He's
protecting
not gonna
yourself.
like when I get an advantage Eldritch Blast on him.
You and what hit points?
I know. Now, Lala will get this last one off of me, and then I'm gonna snipe it.
You see another little one skitter from a hole coming from the tunnel behind you. It's going to not be able to skitter up next to either of you, but it's coming from there. People in the front see 2 more little ones skitter from small holes and start moving up as well. They are going to get up next to the 2 of you, but not be able to make an attack. And all of you hear a heavier, louder skittering moving from that tunnel to the side, but don't see anything.
Phase 2. Phase 2.
Phase 2 initiated. That is the end of the Boog's turn.
You said a little
Um,
bit. I was like, you said.
Oh god, it's all. It's,
Oh, it's great.
I'm gonna. Okay, so since they're dealing with the bug in front, I'm gonna turn around and get close to Axel and use lay on hands.
Okay.
So that should give him.
You can give up to
15. I'll give him 10.
You're worth 10. You
No,
got 10?
well, I don't want to waste all of it.
Listen, I shouldn't technically need a lot of HP. I'm in the back. I'm away from everything. We've got just some flankers this time.
And then
I have literally.
I guess
what they call
I'll just stay where I'm at for now.
Okay.
And then
So you're back there.
Yeah, because lay on hands is an action, right?
Yeah, I can't do anything
Bonus
afterwards.
action, that'd be crazy.
If it was a bonus action, I would have like taken a
OP.
swing at the small
And
one.
you guys hear like, it's not like, it's like it's either moving really aggressively or it's like crushing earth as it's moving.
That's
somewhere.
a
A little
mile.
column A, a little bit column B.
Yeah.
That's Big Bertha. Big Bertha.
Yeah. That's Raxus Lala.
Hey, would you mind helping me out?
Yeah, I get
See,
it.
here's
Squall that bug.
There he comes in.
You look like you do it, Don, right?
I'm just like,
usually
do
works.
one at a time because you might get
Yeah.
to keep your bonus action.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. That's a 21.
21 hits.
Right now,
D6 plus tree.
5.
5 kills the last little one that's up in your business. There's one more little one behind you guys.
You
Further.
can she use her bonus action attack to attack the other little one that came in?
That came in. Yeah. Well, yes. You'd have to move over to it, but you could.
Okay,
That's
okay.
probably the most efficient use.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. It misses.
It misses. Okay, but you're up next to it, so it probably has to kind of attack you now.
Okay.
So you
Plus, it
kinda
doesn't
help
have a
protect
friend,
it.
so it won't get
Won't get
advantage.
advantage. All good things. That's Lala. Board is still dead. Theodore.
For now, he'll come back. It's fine.
Oh, I suppose I'll try and hit this big one.
Roll it.
I mean, I don't think everything is fine.
That dice is gone forever.
River.
Yeah, okay.
You done with that, Boone?
15.
15 does not hit the big bug. Are you moving or are you staying put?
I'm staying there.
Axel.
Free of the bug's tyranny,
Mhm.
I will advantage Eldritch Bliet, my good friend.
You are like shooting through like 4 allies to do that, and there's no
Jesus
little bugs
Christ.
over there anymore. I will give it like half cover, so that'll be a +2 to its AC essentially. But you will
My
still have
thirst
advantage on it.
for revenge is sated. I will go and shillelagh the
The
little
little
bug.
bug. Just move up to that and roll a shillelagh attack.
I can't hit shit.
You're a wizard. Stop trying to hit things with a stick.
But if I tried to Eldritch Bliet it, I still would have rolled.
You had good. You had good with this one.
Oh,
Just
I see.
don't do this one, and I'm gonna do this.
Lesson learned. That is Axel Campbell.
I guess I'll just the big one's a bigger problem than
Can
the two
people
little ones, so
swear
I'll just
on
help
any
swing
book
at
they
the
want?
big one.
Okay, roll
When
it.
they're like swearing into office.
Yes, that is true.
That is an 11.
Imagine
11 does not get through its
someone who's
chitinous
a
high. And your turn?
That's all I got.
Dermir.
swearing into office.
Remind me how
on
attack
the
opportunity
book.
works.
If you move
The
away
DM
from an
manual.
enemy that's adjacent to you and don't use your action to disengage to get one for you.
I thought it was fun.
But didn't you squash the last bug that was next to you? You don't have any bugs.
No,
left.
he whiffed the last
Oh,
one.
you missed that. There's one next to you, 2 little ones coming up, and 1 big one in the hole in front of
How many hit points you hit?
I'm at 10 now, or 11.
Oh, okay.
it. Draxus went back in.
Squash that book.
Squash that book.
The healer comes out of his blood rage for a second to go, anybody hurt?
What's the attack?
That'd be 19.
19 hits.
my god.
Roll damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. It
What?
is
What
alive,
is
but
that?
it is hurt.
Oh,
No, it's-
wait.
Half squashed. A little more than half squashed. And after that, Dermir, it is the boogs. Money mo. 1 for you, and 1 for bro. So, skittering up, another little one's going to skitter up to Dermir, so they will now have their pack tactics. The first one's still only a 12. The one you hurt last time, however, is a 22.
Ooh,
He's back with a vengeance for 4 damage. And then one of the other little ones from the front is going to skitter up next to the big thing and is going to make an attack against you. With its pack tactics, that is a 20. That will be 5 damage. And then the big one's attacks are going against you. And it will have advantage because this little one
I have
is
a
skittered up.
question before this.
Yes.
When heroism ends, do the temporary hit points go away, or
You'll-
do they have to be removed manually?
Judge,
When the spell ends, you lose the remaining- when the spell ends, you lose your remaining temporary hit points.
Judge, I'd like to make an argument on positioning.
Okay?
If they're here and the little guy comes here,
It skitters around behind them.
oh, it's behind him. Ah.
This thing has a big hole it's sitting in front of that they're right in front of, so it skitters around to the other side. These things are very much like intentionally encircling and back.
I gotcha. I'm just like...
The first advantage attack from the big one is a 15, which I know misses you. The second is a 15, which I know misses you.
Hey.
So neither hit.
See, I didn't need to try to rules lawyer or anything.
You hear, and some of you, especially those of
you
you closer to the front, feel the larger one continue to make loud noises, though they seem more muffled. Zeraxis.
I'm going to
Bastard.
go towards Dermir and
See, you didn't-
attack one of the ones that are...
what
The
you did
littler
was
one
ice
next
it.
to him. Okay, are you going for the injured one or the
He's
uninjured?
about to roll and you interrupted him to do something else.
I'll go for the injured one
Okay.
then. I'm going to swing my greatsword down.
Squash that bug.
Squash that bug.
Squash that book.
21!
20 hits.
Hey, most likely squashed.
It's making the perspective of Erickson just like...
They're
7.
squashing me! No!
No! 7.
It's the rumbling of the big one. 7 kills it. You squash that bug.
Me and the guy like looking
La la.
at the sky.
I'm going to squash that bug.
Squash that bug.
Squash that bug!
Oh wait, the little one was supposed. One of them was supposed to attack one of you. It's a save.
I'm going to squash that bug.
No,
The one in the back
it can't
you
make an
make an
attack now that I've done it. Like,
No, that wasn't the one you squashed. It's the little one that was back.
I know, but still, you can't do that. That's not cool.
Huh? 11 does not hit.
Okay.
You staying put? You doing anything else?
Offhand?
I'm going to do a second.
Oh, you have an offhand attack. Swing it.
Hey, that's 20 stuff.
20 stuff hits.
Okay, D6 plus 3.
Woo.
Fiver, so
8.
Wow, no more, no less.
more or less.
Still alive, but it's barely breathing.
Axel's revenge.
Squash that bug.
I think that's what we all think.
Theogar.
We need to just start shouting this when everybody
Hey,
attacks.
swing it.
Squash that bug. Squash that.
Hey.
See?
17.
See, that's
17?
that's
Probably hit.
sword superstition coming in right now. Squash that
Oh, wait, no,
bug.
that's against the big one. 17 just misses the big one. 17 just misses.
No, wait,
the
you
big
heard him,
one.
it is.
You heard him, right? Axel.
Okay,
Squash that bug.
squash that bug.
Squash that bug. Squash that bug. Squash that
Actually,
bug.
I'm having to switch back and forth between essentially 3 very similar but slightly different stats.
17
17 on the little one?
on the little.
It's you got 1 hit point, so unless you roll real bad.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
-3 damage.
we got it.
I healed him by accident.
Do -4.
I'm
Actually,
gonna move
smack
my.
him
I'm
on
gonna use
his
my
legs, back
movement
wrong.
to like move up to the mouth of the cave so I
Okay.
can see.
See whatever's coming next. Sounds great. You do so. And that is your turn, Candle.
Does it? I'm gonna make an attack on this big one. But does it sound like the big one is running away?
You can give me a perception. You can give me a perception.
11.
You can't tell. What you can tell is that there is more earth between you and it than there was previously.
It's going right through the wall.
He's in the goddamn
Or the
walls.
floor.
It's in the goddamn.
Which one you take?
Oh, that'll just take us
We could just send some cats
Fine.
after it, like it's always sunny.
Natural predators.
that is a total of 20.
Big cat.
20. It's the beginning.
No, it turns out regular cats are just these guys' it's natural. It's really weird, but yeah.
A weird
Cats
fluke in
alive.
nature.
Just like dead
5
bodies.
damage.
5 damage. It takes 5. It is hurt.
And then we'll get a bunch of cats stuck in the wall. It's
Imagine
gonna
a
be great.
cat dragging one of these
Oh
back.
gosh. This doesn't end well. Dermir.
Leaving it under the doorstep.
Heal that dwarf. Heal that dwarf.
Are you that dwarf?
Yes. Oh, I got an 8 though.
Hey!
Max healing.
I am that dwarf!
I am that true
I am him!
I am true dwarf.
He's the only dwarf.
I'm
Alright,
100%
Stefan Dwarf
that
Beats.
dwarf.
What was that?
I'm 100% that dwarf.
I'm 100%
Oh shit, it's that dwarf.
that dwarf. You are. So you moved just up to that one. You moved up to help him.
Yeah.
And you moved up to the mouth of the cave.
Oh.
Oh, it's gotta
fuck.
make a decision.
We got an AoE attack incoming.
No, I think it's gonna be those two. So
It's gonna be us two. Great.
that rumbling, like, it stays about the same volume, and then it's like, as the ground, a big claw rips right in between the two of you, next to this big book, and the ground collapses out from underneath you as this thing burrows up from below. I'm gonna need both of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
That'll be fine.
Ooh, that's only -1.
That'll be alright.
They're
They're
fine.
great at these.
We'll kill this big bug and then a couple of little bugs here.
12?
They'll be alright.
12?
13. 13.
You both fall into the hole, but neither of you are prone.
Hey.
As this kind of collapses out, you tumble down into it and kind of land onto your feet. As you see, you're in like essentially a 10-foot wide hole going straight down, and there's a 10-foot tunnel that leads up to it. And this big one's right there, and it goes, and it vomits acid on both of you. And I'm gonna need both of you to make another dexterity saving throw.
That'll be fine. We'll be alright.
A 17 this time.
Ooh, that's a solid 8.
One of you will take half damage.
They'll be alright.
Do they even? No, they have dark vision.
I have
Whatever's going
dark,
on.
That's gonna be
Whatever's going
11
on down there,
for
I'm sure
Xeraxis.
22.
22 for you, Mr. Dwarfman.
Wait, like an
hit?
attack?
No.
Damage.
What?
You take 11 acid and you take 22.
Good thing you healed yourself to go down immediately.
That is not double my
It
current
doesn't
hit points.
It doesn't take your hit points into the negative, but it does knock you down. As this thing spews acid. You, Xeraxis, however, see this thing big, horrifying, in rough shape. It looks like it's got one of its legs ripped off and missing on one side. It has like you see a middle one on the side is ripped off and missing, and it.
Oh,
is
you know what?
battered.
You know what? I also just remembered too. The kind of a weird question here. I don't think it. I don't think it. Does Armor Agathis proc with acid?
No,
No. Damn.
it doesn't. Unfortunately, because it has to hit you with a melee attack.
Yeah.
It was a.
It was worth an ask.
It was worth an ask. It did
you don't
soften your
proc
blow
with
still. It
acid
did
at
take
all.
some damage for you. But I don't believe. I mean, you can double check Armor of Agathis if someone wants to look it up. I believe it's on if it hits you with a melee attack.
Yeah.
So you can double check. That is Big Boog. Dirty Big Boog. But we've got the biggest boogs of them all. And the little big one is up in your guys' face. You guys didn't squash the little one with you, so it'll still have advantage.
Yes.
It's going to make it's against Theodar, which is a 22, and 18, which misses you. So the one that does hit is only going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the little one is going.
Are you still getting your temporary hit points?
No, he lost concentration.
The other little one is going to skitter
He's
up
also
to
dead.
you, the one that
No
was
way he
messing
can
with the
concentrate
dwarf
on
friend,
anything.
and make a normal attack against you, which it crits because of course it
Never
does.
concentrate on anything
Don't
against
you fucking do it, Erickson.
It's going to be 6 damage.
Okay.
4 damage.
Down to
That is not a
Nice
great
kill.
crit. These things have a D4. So rolling 2d4 isn't a big difference.
I mean, it could, depending on its modifier, could have taken me down there. Which would have
But
been
it comes up
really
and
annoying.
cheers and swipes at you. You guys killed the one in the back, right?
Yes.
Yes, you killed the one in the back. So there's
By us.
just the one little one by you guys, and that's one it's going to attack your crow friend, which is going to be not good. An 11.
Anonymous.
Okay, that's the boogs. Xeraxis, you are down in a hole.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Your friend is unconscious on the ground next to you.
Are you down?
I'm down.
Oh fuck.
I was only 40
You are
points
now
from
alone
dying.
in a hole with a monster.
Yeah.
Good thing he likes
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to fuck. I'm gonna have to frag out.
There's nothing to it but to do it. Get over it.
I'd rather give it what it wants.
I didn't know you were playing him.
I heard y'all like having children and broods. All right, what you doing? You swinging at it?
I'm gonna run. Can I get under it? Like, is it big enough for me to get under it, or?
Yes, it might be a little awkward to swing at it, but you could totally like try and do like an acrobatics to go up underneath or slide under. Are you trying to like get? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get up close. That way, I could try to avoid its acid better.
You could try to. I would let you make an acrobatics check to try and get up underneath it. If you fuck up royally, it might make your turn not go well for you. But if you do well, you would get in a position where it couldn't angle its mouth to shoot acid at you.
Would this count as my action? Like, would I not be able
you
to?
can do it for free, but there is a potential it messes your turn.
Yeah, but there's always such a well telegraphed move when the boss tries to do that in like Dark Souls.
That, for now, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm just gonna take a swing.
Okay. Good choice. It has to roll well to recharge its acid breath. It doesn't just get to do it by default every turn.
Okay.
So
Also, if you're under it, it's just gonna sit on you and crush you.
Yeah. But Armor of Agathis, so it takes cold damage.
Nope, you already took your damage.
you already lost your
Oh,
temporary
yeah,
point,
that's
so
right.
you lose your armor back at this, unfortunately.
That is not. That is a 14.
14 does not hit.
Yeah,
the
so
big
not enough. And that's it.
one. Okay. That's the Zeraxis Lala.
I guess I'll. Cause
They both fall into this hole, and
Well,
you hear,
we'll get line
you
of
see a
sight on it.
splash of like kind of green go over the edge, hit some rocks, and go. You hear a dwarven oh, and then clunk. Help! From down in the hole.
You see a like a claw like claws out the thing. Your friends fall into a pit. And you see acid. They're dead.
Oh my god, this is our Joker villain origin story.
This is how Dermir became Two-Face.
You can definitely
Dirtface.
What half true dwarf? What half acid
You
dwarf?
can.
Both halves. Can't look straight at you. Yeah.
This campaign already has a two-faced character, and I've already made.
That is true. What you doing, Lala?
Okay, me.
This is very important. Hang on.
Okay.
It's all in the delivery.
I'm gonna go walking up, or not walking up, just fucking strolling. Running up to see the creature.
The big one?
Mm-hmm.
The big one?
Big, 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 big.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, what's on the ground and also 100 feet in the air. A centipede on its back and cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
It just has to speak a language, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it speaks Kruthic. Is that a wisdom save?
That is a wisdom save.
It does have wisdom.
Oh.
It doesn't have like a proficiency bonus to this. That is a 11.
No.
As little dribbles of acid go splattering out of its mouth, as it horrifically twirls and riles onto its back in this acid pit.
Why can't
and
you
its
make things
chitinous
laugh?
claws curving and scraping against the sides of the cavern in these dribbles of acid spit
What?
as it violently
Why
laughs.
can't you make things that are supposed to laugh? Why do you make all the things that aren't supposed to laugh?
Because it's.
Ooh, I hate it.
She's a bug comedian.
I would like to.
Lala, bug comedian, Queen Lala of the dwarves. Bug comedian.
But that was a good
Pounds
joke
going to
choice, I
shit.
gotta say. It's like,
Great joke, great joke. Great bug-based humor. That's Lala, Theogar. Make a death save. Oh wait, no, you're not dead. Dermir's dead. Theogar. Make a death save.
Great death save. Hey, what happened? What happened? Jimmy Butler after losing in the finals. What
Medium-sized
happened?
one, Benny, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
LeBron James.
There's a man-sized one, not a big horse-sized
I
one.
can't call it big anymore.
It's the little big man. That's a miss.
That's an 8.
Swing and a miss. Good, good. Now's the time to miss. Axel.
Wait, I'm gonna use a bonus action.
Oh, what you doing?
Or regain this attack.
Okay.
I've got a bug in front of me.
You got a bug. Hey, 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 hey.
He's gonna
Squash that
bite
bug.
my butt off.
Squash that bug. Squash that bug.
Does he hit with a shillelagh?
I do. That's 20 stuff.
20 stuff hits.
That's I need.
This
a
one isn't
D-
injured yet.
I need a D8 plus my charisma bonus.
Your chorizo.
That's a 9er.
A 9, no more, no less. Squash.
Yeah! Squash that bug. Squash that
It's
bug.
like the instead of like the top part. The
So
bottom
there
part
is
like
one of
like,
each. Oh, yes.
Stop!
There's
I spent the rest
one
of
of
my
each left.
movement.
So there's the medium one that's in the hole in front of you guys. There's a little one on the opposite side of you guys, and then there's the big old one down in the hole.
But he's uncontrollably laughing
He
and
is
prone.
violently laughing. It is horrendous.
I've just heard some weird shit coming
That's
from back
Axel. You
behind me.
moving or doing any bonus action stuff?
I'll get to
Theogar
the
just
edge
hears
of
this
the-
joke get made, and then hears like the most horrific sound.
Axel moves up to the edge of the
You're
hole.
welcome for
Candle.
nightmare fuel.
Which that hole like barely missed me too.
It's a 10-foot radius. So I was like, he can get either you two or you two, and you two are going for its baby. So it's gotta get you.
I'll swing at the medium one.
Okay.
But I think a 16 does not hit.
Does not hit the medium one, unfortunately.
We'd hit the small one.
Well, that's not the one I was swinging at.
I know. That's what I'm telling you. You're fucked up.
So that's all I got.
Okay, Dermir, make a death save.
That's Constitution, right?
Nope. Just a D20 roll.
Oh, it's just a flat roll.
Flat roll, 10 and up is a success, less than 10 is a fail. If you crit it, you get to go up with 1 hit point. If you crit fail it, you get 2 instead of 1 failure.
Nice. Crit success.
Crit success?
Great success.
Up at 1, you get your turn. What you doing, buddy?
Now is
You
the
go.
time.
You see. You look, Xeraxis. You look over. This thing violently laughs. You look over and you see your dwarf friend. I didn't hear no bell.
I know you hear the old Windows boot up noise. He sits up. What you doing? You got a hit point in a dream.
I could heal myself, or I could squash that bug. Squash that bug.
It's advantaged.
It's
'cause
advantage.
It's prone.
Oh, it is advantage. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I believe it gets to.
It gets to try and make a save after you hit it. With advantage?
Yeah.
I think.
Hang on. I think with advantage, yes, but
There is a 19.
let me double check.
A 19 does not hit the big one.
We're gonna need some saves, boys.
What
Don't
about
worry.
the Fire.
Oh,
Con saves are on the way.
I do have 5.
If it's triggered by damage, it does have advantage.
Probably want to light
Uh-oh.
fire.
Oh, wait, no, you didn't hit it. You didn't hit it.
Okay.
It's not if it attacks, you have to hit
Right.
it.
You
So it doesn't get to make it. I was like, what if it makes this save?
We
It gets to take
can't.
its
We're
turn.
kind of stuck here.
Is there like anywhere I can run away?
You're in a hole.
on
You're,
my-
you could try to climb up the
jump
cavern. It's like kind of rough-hewn, scratched rock. It's you'd have to climb up like 8 feet.
with the bonus action, I could do that.
It'd be part of your movement.
It'd be part of your movement. It would. You have 25 feet of movement, and it would be halved. Like I would say, you could use your move to attempt to climb up this. It would be a check. This isn't like an easy thing to climb, but you can make an athletics check to try.
Abandon Xeraxis down
It wouldn't get into the opportunity attack right now.
Yes, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Run away.
17.
17. Kind of jump up and go clunk. This rock as this thing violently laughs in the hole. Is that the end of your turn? The boog is going to see if it gets its acid breath back.
No.
Interesting.
So it does.
And then it's going to make a wisdom save.
Interesting for it is not interesting or good.
That's a 17 on that one.
makes
And he
it.
gets it.
It's still prone. That's the end of its turn. It makes that save. It is no longer. It's like.
Wait a
It starts to skitter in its big claws. The ones it has left tries to kind of grab the cave and start to sit it up. And that is its turn. Medium one is going to make 2 advantage attacks at Thegar.
You probably
That
saved both
is
their
a
lives.
21
See if you can get it again.
and a 18. Just 21 hits.
Either I'm gonna get it again, or you boys need to get out of there, because I have something that's flammable.
You using it?
Yeah, I'm using that.
Okay, it was 7 damage
Well,
before.
I'll make
you do.
a crack at that.
And then the
If
little
it's
one
okay.
is attacking
I'm
you. Can.
gonna run.
Yeah, you're
It is a 20 from the little one
I
attacking.
also have.
Yeah, hit.
4 damage.
Chipping me down.
Bit by bit.
Because I'm.
Piece by piece. Did you? How much did you just?
I don't know if that's helpful.
5
here.
less.
Okay.
2. So.
That is the end of the bugs. Turn.
Well, but you also have
All right.
Xeraxis.
It's pro. Do I still get advantage if
Yeah,
it's pro?
it's still prone.
What's it first?
All right.
What do you think?
Come on, big money, big money. I'm gonna squash that bug. Squash that bug.
If you want to use it here.
Name of this episode.
Crit success. 20.
Do you have smites?
I'm going to use divine smite.
So, the first one's 2d8, right?
1d.
First,
I
I
believe.
think it's 2d8
Hang on.
and then 1 for each additional class 1.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So,
That's why
you
divine
use a
smite
first
is
level
that
spell slot. You're going to roll 2d6
Well,
for your long.
is it
for your greatsword.
3d6? Because
No.
my greatsword's already 2d6 damage.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, 2d6 and 2d8 twice. So a total of 4d6, 4d8 plus your strength modifier.
Okay. Well, I'll roll the 2d6 twice.
Paladin
You want more?
smites. Paladin crits.
More fun to roll all.
I prefer
So here's the first round of. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull up a calculator too, so I can do the math. So first round of 2d6. 12.
I can keep track of it.
12?
So
You
two,
got both 6s?
both 6s.
Yeah.
And now the second round. Okay, I have a great weapon fighting skill, so I re-roll on 1s or 2s.
Okay, you can reroll 1. Okay.
So I rolled a 1. The other one's a 3.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 1. I'm not going to reroll. I can't do
You
it.
can't reroll again. So that's
16.
4 added onto the 12, 16.
Yep, 16.
Now 2d8.
Oh, 2d8. Jeez.
And then, or you could just roll 4d8 if you want to just do it from the start. You have that many.
Oh, I do have 4d8. I have tiny dice.
But-
So that's an 11 from tiny die,
okay, that is 27.
Good job, Tiny Pie.
and a 6 from the other die.
33 plus your strength modifier.
Plus 3, so 36.
36 damage.
Nice.
It is still alive. After that's the first time it's been hit, but it is a whopping, an absolute whopping.
And now I'm going to use my movement to try and climb out
It
of
will get a disadvantaged attack opportunity on you because it's no longer laughing. It's prone, but it will get.
But
it
it's
can swipe at you.
disadvantaged?
It'll be disadvantaged because it's prone.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the risk.
Roll me an athletics check to try and climb up out of there, and I will
That's
roll
where
a
he gets crit
disadvantaged
anyway.
swing at you.
He gets crit.
17.
17 will get you up. 16.
Nope.
Damage. Okay, does not hit as this big claw comes sweeping underneath
Yeah.
your feet as you climb up back up out of the hole.
So it's like, yeah, run, and that's it.
That's it.
Hell yeah!
Good swing, good work, Lala.
What's
Okay.
your time to shine?
Can't wait to see who gets acided this time around.
We're all right
I'll
on the
sit.
edge
I'll
of the
sit.
hole.
All right.
I'll say it.
I am going to take out a bottle of perfume
Okay.
and chuck it at the thing as hard as I can,
Okay.
so it like shatters. And I'm gonna use fire breath on it.
Okay. Do you have perfume?
I do,
It's like
Because
the
I'm a
incidental
bard.
object she has.
Sure.
and perfume is flammable.
I'll let you bonus action throw that out. Make a ranged attack to hit it with the bottle.
D20.
D20 plus your dex. You're not proficient in perfume.
plus 3.
It's not really against its armor class. It's to hit the broadside of a barn. But
But.
you're
19.
not proficient.
19.
19. You
Well, plus
shatter
3.
your perfume. Erase it from your character sheet 'cause you don't have it anymore. But perfume
I'll
shatters
go buy
across the
another
same.
And then, breath weapon.
Breath
Breath
weapon.
weapon.
So it makes a dex save for
Which
that.
it's prone.
Which disadvantage because it's prone.
Beauty. That's such a killer combo on a Dragonborn.
That is going to be 12.
That's a fail, I believe. Yes, DC
Fail.
13.
So roll 3d6, I think, or is it 2d6?
I believe it's
breath weapon?
3d6.
I'm pretty sure it's
For, sorry.
You have that breath weapon written down?
Dark
yes, I do.
You don't have the damage written down.
I think it might be 2d6 at this
I
level.
think it's 2d6.
Oh, 2d6. Yeah, it is 2d6.
Come on,
And
big buddy.
roll a d4 with it.
And you get an extra d4 of damage from the
Can you confirm?
Yes, I was smart.
From the perfume.
5
I can double confirm.
4.
plus
4, it's 9 damage.
9 damage.
Almost half that damage was the perfume.
It takes 9. It's still up, but it looks pretty bad off after that super smite.
I'll
and
just
getting
buy
on
some
fire.
more.
Nice.
You can also do oil flasks.
Theodore.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little one and a medium.
Yep. The little one has not been attacked yet. It's been giving them both
It
advantage
would
on
be
you
less
this whole time.
ambitious and hit the little one.
Okay. Crits.
Oh, 9.
9 does not hit either.
Oof.
Miss Little One, you staying put?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I've been holding on to this extra spell slot. I'm gonna need a con save, please.
Are you casting Shatter on this thing?
Casting Shatter on this thing.
Okay. What's the radius on that?
10 feet.
10-foot radius?
Let me double check, but I believe so.
Because this, like, for you to see, you have to be at the top of the hole, and even if you put it at the bottom of the hole, you will be in the area of effect of a 10-foot radius.
Oh,
He runs
maybe.
over to the hole, blows himself.
And that would go, and then the hole
It is a 10-foot radius.
So,
So I can't do that.
AoEs, man, they're
AoEs.
tricky. They're tricky business.
Just hit yourself with it. Draw like
Yeah. In that case,
Die like a man.
let's do.
Man, you must explode yourself with
Yeah.
some magic.
I'll just cast Spiritual Weapon then. And
Huh?
that'll Spiritual
weapon?
Weapon. But I think I can do that as a bonus.
It's a bonus action.
So I will Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, you can also make an attack with the bonus with that same bonus action. You summon the spiritual weapon, so it'll be 2 attacks technically.
So that is a 17.
On the spiritual weapon,
No, on the
on the Eldritch Blast, misses.
Spiritual Weapon.
technically that had disadvantage because it was a ranged attack, but that doesn't matter. You missed anyways. Because this thing is still prone, even though it's huge. The spiritual weapon will have advantage though.
Okay.
Because it's a melee attack, melee spell attack on a prone target.
Spiritual weapon. Ooh, 18 plus 5 is 23.
23 hits.
So that's a D8 plus my charisma modifier. Ah. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a 9er.
No more, no less.
No more, no less.
How do you kill this thing? Xaxes with spiritual
So
weapon.
it's on fire. It's like reeling around, and my spiritual weapon is a mace. And it goes, bong! It just hits it square in its face.
Squash that bug! Squash that bug! Squash that bug!
You squash that bug.
There you go.
Kendall.
Save us.
Kill the little thing.
Well, the big one has been injured, right?
Yes. It's not super injured. It's not like bloodied yet. It got hit with
Once.
2 smaller hits.
Yeah, I'll still swing at the big one. These things are probably just going to try and turn and run away anyway. 21.
21 hits the beginning.
For 11 damage.
It takes 11.
I can do basic.
After that,
Oh, I'm
With
glad the
low
AC
numbers.
turned on. I was getting.
Dermir.
Heal myself.
Outrageous.
Outrageous! I already forgot it.
It's a D8.
Plus 2.
Minimum healing.
Name of my Bruce
and then
Springsteen.
I am going to use my bonus action to use
I'll write it down.
spiritual weapon on the other guy.
The little one or the medium one?
Medium one.
Okay, roll an attack. Well, actually, no. You can't use 2 first level spells.
Oh,
You can't use a bonus action first. You can only cast 1 spell that's not a cantrip per turn. So, spiritual weapon is a bonus action, but it's another leveled spell since you didn't use a cantrip.
Oh, I can't use 2
Going,
level spells
going
at
directly
all.
under meaty bubbles.
You can use a cantrip, but only 1 leveled spell per turn. But it doesn't really matter because as this big one dies, it does let out a horrific shriek, and you can see that there's like some other little ones like peering out from some of these holes that immediately like skitter back. And this bigger injured one is going to try and skitter down the whole away from you. The 2 of you up front can make an attack opportunity if you'd like to.
Mercy.
Miss it.
Yeah, I missed.
Both missed. Yeah, it skitters back as you like swing at it. The little one as you like swing down. Both your weapons are down. Like one of them climbs up over your sword. The little one behind you goes in between your legs over your sword and down in that hole after this bigger one. And then you hear like as they skitter away. And it's like a lot. Like there's probably another 10 to 20 of these things around you that are like small ones that you can hear like scattering away in all directions. And then it is eerily quiet
Oh,
as they fade away.
hey, good job, team.
I'm going to jump down in the hole
Okay.
No.
and cut the head off the big one.
Okay, it does like from where the hammer finished it off.
Yeah.
You can cut off its smashed face, absolutely.
Yes, I'm doing that.
It looks like this.
That just looks like a Canadian from South Park.
Hey, he is Canadian!
Hey!
Now I'm
Perfect.
going to cast Cure Wounds on myself
Outrageous.
to start with.
And with that, as you guys finish off killing these, I think that's going to be a good place for us to stop this episode. And we will pick it up as you are leaving the cavern.
Sounds good.
So, thank you everybody for watching and listening to this. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next episode of Skygate.
Squash that bug.
Squash that bug! Squash that bug! Squash that bug!